Welcome back to We're Not Really Here. I'm Natalie Pike and I'm joined this evening by Andy Morrison and Michael Brown, and that is 1-1 at half-time in the game against Everton tonight. Michael, straight away, what is your impressions of that first half?
Well, as we expected, we talk about possession, we talk about a comfortable first half for Manchester City, knocking on the door, creating opportunities. Phil Foden, again, stepping up. We did talk about him in an advanced role from a centre midfield position, so fantastic for him to get the goal. They'd be disappointed, obviously, to go in conceding that goal. Richarlison, complete fluke, but it's a game looking possession-wise, shots on target, everything's been controlled by this Manchester City side. As expected, Everton have shuffled, they've made some changes, they've tried to adapt to do anything they possibly can to limit this Manchester City side with the chances that they're creating. But there's something to build on, and see Pep Guardiola walking off there thinking, where do we go next? This is where he's very good.
As Michael said, they're dominating all the stats there, over 70% of the possession throughout that first half, Andy, and also more shots on goal, more shots, more corners. So it was a pretty dominant first half performance that might not necessarily be reflected in that scoreline.
No, I don't think that was in the script, Nat, was it? I think we were all shocked when it went in. Again, a reflection of how well we've been playing, how we dominated games, and yeah, it surprised us a little bit, how Coleman had that time to be able to turn in the box. Take two. You very rarely get a chance to take two touches and then be able to. But once he gets the cross in, anything can happen from there. They've made the next contact and then it becomes 50-50. But the thing that I found strange was how he was able to get that moment. Apart from that, we've dominated the game. Everything that we'd want in a game in a first half. Dominate possession, shots off. Never looked in real danger. But am I concerned at 1-1 at this moment in time? No. I just had a quick look there and seen what we got on the bench, what we can do to change the game as it goes on, and the pleasing thing, it gives my 3-1 prediction half a chance. Although I didn't want that.
Yeah, and you're saying that, and Michael said that as soon as Phil Foden scored as well. I said he would. So 32 minutes it took for us, despite the domination there, to get our goal tonight. Came from Phil Foden. First of all, bit of a deflection. Do you think they're going to give it to him, Michael?
What do you think? That's 11 goals in all competitions from this Phil Foden who just keeps getting better and better, doesn't he? We knew we were aware of that talent. Now his understanding and the roles in the team, he's getting more comfortable, and now he's taking it on. I think as players, when you get that little bit of confidence, you think, go on, I'll have a go, I'll get in that area, I'll make the extra run. We can see, obviously, there is a wicked defection. Obviously, no chance for Pickford in the net for Everton, but you got to take it. It's heading towards goal. There is that deflection. So, yeah, fantastic achievement from the young man. It just keeps growing, doesn't it? Every little bit of sort of thing you throw at him. It's just amazing how he keeps getting these opportunities, keeps pulling it away, and it's great to see. He loves it, doesn't he? He just wants to play football.
I think we've put a lot more crosses in the box tonight, whether that's because Jesus is a clear 9 in the box. The goal actually comes from the second phase. We put the ball in the box. They've not been able to clear it, whether that's Jesus has made an impact on the defender. The head has been dropped down into the box, and then Foden's come off a shape, got a great shot off. But that's the second phase of sometimes we work maybe too long to get the perfect goal, and then sometimes you put a ball into the box and it's defended, and then that second phase is where you get your shots off, and that's where that goal came from.
And did you know we were talking about one-on-ones in wide areas for the players like Mahrez, for Sterling to put the ball in? They changed. We thought, would they play a back three? But having the back four in, does it stop them? So yes, they're comfortable actually with crosses coming in. You would expect Everton to be better, but it's because the four are centre halves. They don't get wide, they don't get out to as much, so you can have that bit of extra space to stick it in.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times where Mahrez has put terrific balls in with feel. Right at the last moment there was a chance where maybe Foden had got the shots off a bit earlier, but that's been very evident for me that they have put more balls into the box, where we've been looking to sort of rotate the ball, work our way into different areas, and then pull back from the side. But we've crossed a lot more balls from sort of 15 yards away from the touchline. So it's been slightly different, and it's been pleasing to the eye again because nothing's changed. We've dominated the ball, but in a different way.
And what I really like about the goal as well is that although it was obviously we've said it did take a bit of a deflection, Phil has struck that with his right foot, which is arguably his weaker one, Michael.
Yeah, it is. We've seen him. Obviously, we've seen him recently score goals with his right foot. He's happy to take it on, but it's about getting in the areas. And then as one came over after he'd scored his goal with his left foot, he shoots right across. And do you know when you see some players when they're quite safe? They take the touch and they think, well, I take it on. Phil Foden now, he literally takes the touch or gets as head as he can and just whizzes the ball in, takes it on, having that confidence. And he's just enjoying it. And I keep saying to you, you've got to enjoy, you've got to have that feel. And I think he feels confident to take anything on. Do you know, it's hard now. Where do you see him not playing? Has he got to that level where he's sort of a given? Is he a star? Because we've waited so long for him. I
think that's a great point, Michael, and I think he's become now, we always say, how can we not play De Bruyne? How can we not play Aguero? How can we not play so-and-so? He's become that now. Where can we not play him? So he now has become a part of that squad, a recognised player that you put in the same bracket as them greats that we already know. So again, testament to somebody so young to be established, and we can't leave him out. And that's all he's ever wanted, is to prove himself and then be given the opportunities to play. It's great.
And a perfect example, we were talking pre-match as well about natural talent and hard work. He seems like an absolute perfect example of somebody with a huge amount of natural talent, but also with an incredible work rate and work ethic that has taken every chance that he has been given. And like you say, now he has worked himself into this position. Also involved in the goal, I think it's worth shouting, giving some recognition to Riyad Mahrez as well, who wins the ball back to start that first phase. How do you think Riyad Mahrez has done tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen his interview before the game. He's grown into it. He's had some opportunities. We haven't seen him flash opportunities and sort of get at the fullbacks and create so much. And it's difficult when you've got that four centre-back pairing, is where is the space? They've literally locked it off. You see Carlo Ancelotti saying, we accept the possession's going to be low. I think it's 69% to Manchester City, so it's very, very high. But with the block inside, they've even made a substitution where they've allowed a centre back to move in, one who's been playing at right back, Seamus Coleman coming on. So listen, it's an opportunity in areas. Riyad Mahrez just got to keep getting on the football, keep getting at people and trying to create something. But you fancy him, don't you? You fancy to get him some good areas.
I think later on in the game be huge. I think for 90 minutes to keep that focus, that discipline and that structure relentlessly. And, we always talk about when I'm watching City, the way they play, it's like a dope football. They're waiting for the dope in the opposition to switch off for a split second. As the game goes on, 75, 80, it's so difficult then. Not physically, because they're absolute specimens now. Sports science has gone to another level. But mentally, can they keep going? And it'll only take 1 second. And I see the longer the game goes on, those opportunities will start to develop.
So do you fancy us in the second half then, Andy?
3-1 win. 3-1 win, that's.
You want to cheat? Well, you have to change yours now, Michael.
Do I have to?
Yeah. Oh, no, you had 2-1, didn't you? Sorry. Did you? Or was it? No, you had 1-0.
No, 1-0. Michael was 1-0. Michael was definitely 1-0.
All right, you're done. Yes, you're done.
That was 2-1. That was the prediction before we went live.
I can't even remember what I predicted.
No, we predicted something else before the line.
Now, trust me, 1-0 because he didn't want to veer away from the clean sheet.
By the way, talking about Phil Foden, see, that was a quick deflection about fitness and work ethic and natural ability. When he wasn't playing, the fitness guy, Sam, every time after the game, he's running 1v1 with him, doing the extra. I noticed stuff like that, and it's hard to go out, and he just kept sticking with it. He is in great condition and mentally very, very good.
Yeah, we absolutely love Phil Foden. So, sadly though, 7 minutes later, Everton got their goal, which did, as you mentioned, Andy, it came as a bit of a shock to us all because we haven't seen people score against us very often, and it certainly wasn't what we were expecting from the performance so far in that first half. What did you make of that Everton goal, Andy? What could we have done better there?
There was a couple of occasions before where they got into dangerous areas and they never quite got the final pass. And I just think once you get into that area in the box and without anybody being able to get to him and affect his first touch, I think he controlled it with his left foot first to set it, and then he chipped it in. And once you miss the back man, somebody's arriving in there at that moment. Once you get your shot off, anything can happen. And it was just that period. And again, we've not been able to really see it back a couple of phases to see how he managed to Coleman from that position at right back to be able to drift in and then get into the box and clip the ball in. And I think, City will be disappointed. And it is an area that never, ever goes away. We're looking for the perfect performance every week. when you get the perfect performance, the opposition, when we're at our very best, they don't get shots, they don't get into our box when we're at our best. And it's a few little things there.
But can you believe the goal, Andy? Do you know, you're talking about, I think everybody was in shock. Even the Everton players were like thinking, look at D's got a great left foot, hasn't he? As he fizzes the ball across and it hits the post, thinking, has it gone in off an arm? Has it gone? Ricochets, comes back off the post, hits Richarlison on the thigh. I mean, there's a bit of fortune in it, isn't there? And everyone's in that sort of state of shock. So, listen, it's a bit of a freak goal. They've not created too many opportunities, and you've got to take, the rest of the game, stick with what you're doing, and I'm sure.
I don't like it getting into the box, mate. We've been so good. Teams haven't got into the box, and when they got in the box, there was 4 Everton players in there. That doesn't happen with us. So slightly, just a little touch of out of possession tonight for me at the moment.
In terms of the second half, obviously we talked before about the incredible depth we've got on our subs bench tonight. Are you expecting to see anybody?
Do you know, if you're those players on the pitch and you've played well, you've controlled the game, do you still keep looking over your shoulder and thinking, oh no? Do you know, like everybody's talking about the bench when we've seen a great first half. Yes, the result could have been a little bit better. It must be tough to play in this side. I think that keeps you right at the top of the game, that ultimately, any little mistake, you're looking over thinking, has he warmed up? Is he not? Is it, what is it? Is any of them? So it's great, isn't it, to have that strength and depth. We just want to see Kevin De Bruyne on the pitch. And can we get Sergio Aguero back? I don't think he's started in 28 games in all competitions. So that tells you how long we've missed him.
Oh, I can't wait to the day that we see Sergio Aguero back. Toughie for you now, Andy. Would you take 1-1 now, right now, if it was offered to you as a full-time result?
As a defensively minded player, it means that we won't concede another goal. So maybe yes. It's not a disaster, but listen, we'll win this game. I'm going to stick my neck out and say we will go and win this game in the second half. We've got too much quality. We've got too many.
He's backtracked there. He's changed.
I love the way he did that.
The defensive's come out, and then you've got it there.
I'm happy with a point. Leaving here tonight, 8 points clear. But I believe we'll go and win the game. We've got the bench is too strong.
9 times out of 10, Manchester City are going to win this second half, win the game, and that's what we'd expect. So let's see the second half. Bring it on. I think there's that little bit of, that comfort sort of blanket now with those 7 points. So come on, let's get it done.
I don't take it. I want us to go on and get the win. Now, just before the game started as well, we did, of course, guess the blue, which we think is possibly the easiest guess the blue that we've ever had. If you didn't get a chance to see it before the game, the challenge for you now is to get it in under 2 seconds, because that's what we reckon it probably took everybody on average. So here is Guess the Blue. Ready? Are you ready for it? 1 second, 2 seconds. You should have it. Have you got it? We're going to tell you who it is after full time. Tweet us your answers using the hashtag WNRH. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple of the guesses that we've had so far. So, on Twitter, Leo WP2707 said, I think the mystery blue is Uwe Rosler. The Beautiful South, love that name, said, it's Uwe Rosler. Clara Seuss just says, Uwe Rosler. Robert Jones says, oh no, he's not guessing. He said, I thought, wow, someone's had another guess and he put Phil Foden. I was like, no, he's talking about the goal. Well done, Phil Foden. Thank you very much. So that's a few guesses that we've had there. If you've got an alternative guess, you're very welcome to have it. Hashtag WNRH, and we'll do it full time. These guys think they've got it. 2 seconds. Yeah, they know they've got it. They know they've got it. So we will be back here at full time giving you instant analysis on tonight's game, and we'll see if our predictions of City going on to win this and going 10 points clear come true. So enjoy the second half, Blues. And if you're not watching it live, you can listen to it with incredible commentary from the wonderful Alistair Mann, and that is available on City Plus.